that's what started my outreach journey. I started working outreach through them for about 4 or 5 years, on and off, between there and ASAP Shelter. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it, but it was time for a change, and now I'm with a really nice organization that really does a lot of good work in town, and I'm working outreach again for them. I love it.
Awesome. And so how much time do you have sober now?
I think it's 2 months.
Okay, so, and what's the longest amount of time you had sober in the 7 years of trying to get sober? Or rather, trying to stay sober?
I'd always make it to a year and then get complacent and burn.
Right. And where do you think your failure points were?
Like I said, being complacent, thinking I got this. And maybe doing my plant medicines with just thinking I could use them just to chill out and escape feelings. Like, it changed this time where I only used it to meditate and pray with, like I treated it as a medicine, as prescribed. I think that's really important. If you're prescribed anything, do it as the doctor says. Anything that's your own will is pretty much a relapse.
Yeah, I caution on any substances, right? Like, it's a dangerous proposition if you're a real addict.
Yeah.
But okay, so you've had 7 years of on off. What's it look like when you're off?
Very dark. I get into some very bad psychosis where I hear voices, and I was suicidal from that last winter. I was ready to end it all. I had ordered some fentanyl. Oh shit. I had, and then a person in my apartment building talked me down, and I went to see my spiritual advisor, Claire. She sent me to see a psychic who showed me that I actually have a gift with hearing all these voices, and now I can channel, I can astral project, I have really good intuition, and I'm learning about a bunch of stuff that's really aiding me in working my 12 steps, and that is prayer and meditation is key, physical exercise and yoga and tai chi, setting goals and just working towards them, like a vision board, just a really good conscious contact of my God at all times. Like I'm always praying, not just at night or in the beginning of the day. I pray throughout the day too. Always very mindful of where bad habits are cropping up.
You mentioned the 12 steps. Would you elaborate what that looks like for you and has looked like for you?
Sure, I can't say too much about the 12 steps because it kind of breaks the traditions that you're not supposed to really put anything on press, radio, and film. But I really don't know how to go about this without breaking tradition online. But
well, don't mention the letters for the acronym and you're fine. They don't own the
Okay, well, step
steps.
1, realizing that you're fucked, as Russell Brand would say. That we're powerless, that we cannot take that first one, that we have an allergy of the body, that as soon as we take the first one, we're screwed, and we have an obsession of the mind, which says that we can control it and it'll be different next time. Then step 2, we believe that a higher power can restore sanity into us. Step 3, make a decision to follow these steps as a way of life. And then the big one for me that really gave me the psychic change when I first tried the steps was step 4. Realizing that everything was my fault. I had a part in everything. It wasn't everybody else. And writing all that down and looking at it and sitting in it. But don't sit in it too long, right? It's a hard place to sit, looking at your shit. So giving it away in step 5 felt like somebody just unloaded 500 pounds off my back. I actually was able to forgive myself. I was actually able to breathe for the first time. Very powerful steps, those two. They're all powerful. They all work in a big line, 6 and 7, you're getting rid of your defects and all the things that are keeping you from getting better. And then 8 and 9, you're looking at your amends and making your things right, cleaning off your side of the street. And then 10, 11, 12, you're taking an inventory of yourself, you're keeping a conscious contact with higher power, and you're helping others. Trust God, clean house, help others. It's a little rundown of the steps. It's a little rusty, but they really work if you work them. And there's promises in a certain book that will tell you what you get if you work them.
Yeah, that's right. So I meant more your journey with those steps throughout your recovery. Where were your successes, and what were they, and where were your failure points when you failed, and finally, do you think that they're a pivotal role in your recovery today, or maybe not?
Okay, yeah, so I've done about 3.5 sets of steps. The first one was in Baldy Hughes, and then I've done a couple of sets with Blythe out in Prince George. I've had about a year with all the attempts. I always get about a year or 9 months or close to. Then I get complacent. Something will happen, something that I didn't expect. So I obviously wasn't in good enough spiritual condition because those things affected me. A girl broke up with me and I go back out, Something happened in my family and I went back out. And, I got to really arm myself. So that's why I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning now and I put myself in spiritual condition that I can handle anything. I can handle people that are gossiping about me. I can handle rumors that are flying around about me. I can handle anything as long as I'm in good spiritual condition. Like, we went to a pub last night and we did not touch liquor. It was awesome. I can go anywhere as long. I work around drugs all day. I smell my drugs of choice. I look at people using, and nothing is making me pick up. That's because of what I'm doing. The steps. I still go to meetings. I've done my sets of steps and they've worked on me, so now it's all about maintaining them, right? And it's kind of built into me now. I don't really write down a step 10 or 11 at night. I'm very mindful and I do journal, so it is getting down. And but I'm doing a lot of other things that are just helping me maintain them now, I guess you could say, like the Tai Chi in the morning and routines and prayer, meditation and mindfulness. It's all helping me maintain what was taught to me in the 12 steps. So everything's coming together, right? I was the hard student. I had to fight it against the grain and try my way in every situation. Well, I've researched every situation and I know 100% what will work for me this time. I am that cocky to put it online now that I know if I keep doing what I'm doing.
Well, that's the thing. You can know what works, and
if I go stagnant again, I will fail. That's promised you with step 1.
That is promise. Yeah, step 1 promise isn't great, is it? Yeah, it's relapsing.
Diet, alcohol, and death.
I filled that promise a time or two in my life too, so don't feel bad. So then, what do you think in the past was your failure points? Where did you go wrong? I know you said complacency.
I'd smoke weed, but I'd smoke weed like Snoop Dogg. I wouldn't use it as a medicine. I would try drinking. That's one relapse that I had a girlfriend that was drinking, and I was sitting in the pub drinking pop, waiting for her to leave the bar. So maybe don't date an alcoholic girlfriend. That's maybe one of the things, I guess.
Okay, I meant more in that framework of the 12 steps. Where did I fail? Oh, yeah. Meditation. I did not meditate. I would pray a little bit, but I never did enforce eye conscious contact with God. I never did seek for the answers. I did not sit and wait. My biggest thing right now, I know I'm talking a lot right now, but that's what it's all about, is shut up and listen. When I'm out in the real world, I need to shut up and listen more. Let answers come to me, not try to just barge my way into everybody's ear. Okay, so you think the chronic failure point, let's call it, was step 11? Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a pretty common failure point.
Or girls, anything I put ahead of my recovery, I'm going to lose at tenfold, right?
I mean, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So to the person who is still in addiction but thinking about quitting, what advice do you have?
Oh God, what can I say? Just know that you're not alone. There's recovery everywhere. There's meetings everywhere. There's people that care. Don't go in there and try to do too much at once. Easy does it, you know. Pick somebody that you admire and you want what they have and stick close to them. Soak it as much as you can. Ask them to be your sponsor. Get somebody to walk you through those 12 steps. Meetings will not keep me clean. I could not just go to meetings and stay clean. Not going to happen. I need to be it's faith plus action, which is getting you the results. So I had to do the steps, do the work. That wasn't even enough. I've been even seeking out other things that are helping me work the steps. Like anything that you can do, or you can sit in your shit all you want and suffer. That's up to you, right? And I can't keep that on me if you're not going to choose recovery and have it hurt me as much every time. It does hurt when people don't get recovery, but you know, you have to want it for yourself and get it for yourself.
What about for the family members who have somebody that's suffering out there? What
Be
advice do you
patient,
have for
don't
them?
give up. Pressing too hard doesn't work, and not caring at all doesn't work either. You got to really try not to push them away, but you got to set boundaries that protect yourself. You may need help at the end of it too. There's Al-Anon, there's other things that, you know, you can go do to, I don't know if that's breaking tradition either. Oh, jeez.
No, you're fine. That's good. No, that's good advice, man.
Like, tradition call.
It's good advice. And there's actually another one called Friends and Family Through Smart Recovery that is wonderful for
Smart
friends.
recovery is another thing I've done, you know, like putting those things in place and ways to ground yourself if stuff happens. It wouldn't be a way for me to stay clean if that's all I did, I don't think. That's just me. But it's given me some tools in my box for sure. And that's what it's all about, putting tools in your toolbox. Take whatever you want, leave the rest, and gain as many as you can. Arm yourself. Build a fortress of recovery.
I think that's good advice. Okay, so now on a less serious note,
Let's have some fun!
let's hear your most embarrassing addiction story.
Oh, embarrassing.
Yeah, the most embarrassing addiction story. Like the time, for instance, maybe you woke up with, you know, no pants at your cousin's house or something like that. That's, by the way, never happened to me, but it's just putting it out there.
I've woken up in a lot of beds that I didn't care to be in the next day, I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah, your arm couldn't touch the other side of the mattress, or what?
Yeah, there were some scary mornings, I can tell you that. Not knowing where I was.
Is it a big birthday or what?
One time I called my driller, I'm like, Jason, you gotta pick me up, and I'm somewhere in Wabasca, and there I am walking towards Slave Lake, the opposite direction when he finally found me. And one time I snuck into camp at 3 o'clock in the morning, lit up something I shouldn't have lit up, and set off the smoke alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then lied in bed shaking like a little girl all night. I've walked around town talking to myself, kicking off my shoes, looking like an idiot a lot of the time.
Oh yeah, the old Kempo
Ended up in a
karate.
psych ward for a month and a half, banging my head off a wall, suicide notes, you name it. My life has been a gong show. Life is so good right now. I am so grateful for the life I have right now. So grateful.
Why do you think the consequences were never... Why do you think those consequences didn't lead you to stopping?
Because I could trick myself. I could make myself not think of the consequences, only think of the instant gratification, and then be horrified as soon as I'd screw up. I'd be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I never enjoyed my addiction for the last 20 years. It was all chasing a dragon that didn't exist.
All right, well, let's ready to kind of wrap it up. Frankly, my hand's hurting holding this phone.
Thank you, Dave.
But,
Like and subscribe. Keep me going. I want to do this full time. Thank you.